The boys and I harvested his gains in that area. Sarji, the inspector of schools, reading final session. We saw that the master and the students are working hard and struggling to find a space, and for that they have to work for Chaudhry Ali Muhammad and clear his sugarcane fields. Only then will they get a space to sit and learn. Let us continue and see what happens in the end of this sad and depressing story, The School Inspector. It took us 3 days, even the ones in class 1, from 8 in the morning till sunset prayer. Then it was too dark. We made bundles, then loaded them on Chaudhary's bullock cart. The Chaudhary said we must value education, and that is how we had to show it. The master took off his white turban and showed the top of his head. In the middle of his he-nod hair was a bald patch. There were tears in his eyes. His voice went hoarse for a moment. I've lost my hair carrying those bundles. He put the turban back and looked away. They kept walking, the inspector of schools on the path and the master, appropriately, a little lower, awkwardly in the field beside him. Sabji, if only we had a room, just one room, he spoke quietly. If not a room, a plot of land. The boys and I could build it. It would take a whole season, Sarji, but we could do it. The inspector of schools walked silently on. I know a plot is an expensive proposition, Sarji, and nobody wants a school anyway. But I don't mind a plot anywhere. There is some land in the menial sections of the village. I would be quite happy, Sarji, to take my school there. Some land is better than, of course, no land. The inspector of schools was silent. Already he could see the proposal rejected. The government gave no land or building for a primary school. The locals must provide that. So why should it change now? A rule is a rule. And there were so many rules that had been followed for a century now. Independence didn't make a difference. What was good then was good now. Besides all these financial cuts, he could hear it all. He sighed. One little plot, that was all. And how many masters were as dedicated as him? How many really cared, could face such indifference? He couldn't recall one in all his 3 years. He got into his jeep, acknowledged the fawning salam of the master with a slight gesture and drove away. He could not meet the man's eyes. That is the truth. the master struggling, urging, pleading earnestly for a place to study, flattering him. The schoolmaster has hope in the inspector, but the inspector has no hope in the system. He lives in silence. This story ends on a note of no hope. What happens to the schoolmaster and the children is a big question mark that the readers can answer in their own consciousness. Thank you.